Friends, take a bill, take a coin, throw it in the pushka, and let's do it together. Togetherness is what it's all about, especially this year, the year of Hakel, the year of assembly, where we'll all assemble in the Beis Hamikdash and listening to the king's words of encouragement. But talking with the Beis Hamikdash, it's not a place to sleep. Except when we read in the parsha of this week, when Yaakov Avinu goes on his journey. He's told by his parents, Yitzchak and Rivka, time to leave the comfort zone of your home and go into the world, get married, get a job, start a business. So the Torah says, Vayetzi Yaakov Be'er Yaakov leaves Be'er Shava, and he goes to Haran. Haran represents the place of anger, the place of deceit, the place of corruption. So Yaakov is really going from one extreme to another extreme. He's going from a place of tranquility, a place of holiness. Yitzchak's home, Rivka's tent. And he's going to be involved now in the mundane, in the world, and particularly with an individual, a character who is all but holy. So what does Yaakov do? At one point he wants to rest. This is after spending 14 years in the yeshiva of Shem Ve'ever. Now he's continuing on his journey. He took a little side stop in the yeshiva of Shem Ve'ever for 14 years. And now he is on the road, on his way to Haran, and he wants to rest. Where is he doing this? On Mount Moriah, the mountain where eventually the Beis Hamikdash will be built. And he goes to sleep. But prior to go to sleep, he wants to protect himself. As it says, he is taking from the stones of the area, and he puts it around his head. And Rashi says, what's the purpose? Because he was afraid of the wild animals, not to be attacked while he's sleeping and being attacked by wild animals. So he builds a little fence around his head. Friends, I want to ask you a question. Is it any fun to be tickled by a lion on the toes or the rest of the body? If you're afraid of animals, of wild animals, roaming animals at night, then you don't protect just your head, you protect your entire body. What's the idea of protecting the head? Obviously the Torah is teaching us something deeper, something more meaningful, just than a simple physical protection that Yaakov seemingly is concerned about. So David HaMelech, King David, in Psalm 128, in the Shir HaMalos, the steps of ascent, the 15 steps, the Song of Ascent, of the 15 steps, semicircular steps, which were in the Beis Hamikdash, where the Levites would stand and sing every day. In Psalm 128, David HaMelech says the following, Shir HaMalos, Ashri kol yirei Hashem ha'holech b'drachav. Praiseworthy is every man who fears God and who walks in his ways. And how does he walk in his ways? He continues, if you eat the toil of your hands, you are praiseworthy, and it is good for you. David HaMelech makes a very powerful point here. You eat the toil of your hands, not just the toil, but your hands, implying that toiling in the mundane, which we must, which is the way God created the world, that we have to work, but it's with the hands. The only part of your being to be involved in toiling in the mundane for livelihood, etc., should be your hands, your lower faculties. Your head, says Yaakov Avinu, must be protected. Create a fence around it. When you go into the world, you should know, keep your head space, your attention, your focus, your purpose, your goal, your quest, your search should be for loftier matters than just the mundane and the here and the now and the livelihood and the physical needs. Yes, we need to do it, but it should be just yigia kapecha. Your head is protected. As the Rebbe Rashab once told to a Chassid, You're surprising me. You opened the business of shoes, galoshes, and I see you put your whole head into those galoshes. In galoshes, you put your shoes, your feet. This is what the Torah tells us over here. When we go out on the journey of life, one has to remember what is priority and what is secondary. The cup, so to say, the roish, the head, dedicated to God. And when you do this way, then even your hands are also permeated and affected. And your behavior and your way you do business and the way you toil will also be with your headspace affecting you. This is how we build the Beis Hamikdash, and may God help we should have it today.